So, good evening, everyone. Can you hear my voice, right? College students. Okay. Yes, because today we started late because of they forgot to start the webinar. Okay. I think most of the students have not joined. Okay. Yes. Anyway, sir, where is Kevirao, sir? I don't know yet. If you know it, tell me. If you know it, you tell me here. Why you're asking me? Is my brother? Is my brother? Is my cousin? Is my wife? What here? Why are you asking me here? Rangareddy is my brother. Yeah. Huh? Who's that KV Rao, sir? First of all, I don't know who's the KV Rao. Is doctor? Doctor, patient? Who is this here? Huh? Who is he? Right. Uh, SN uh, is beside me only. Is beside me only here. Right. Now today we'll have somewhat. Yes. No problem here. Yes. Okay. This is how you're doing it. Yes. This is what you're doing it. Yesterday, I mean, last class we have seen, and I said we'll talk about list and list related problems, right? And in the point of that, I said about like how to work with the different things. Like I said about statically typed, and one more is what? Dynamically typed. Okay. So statically typed and dynamically typed. And after that, we have seen. Okay, after that, I said how to read content from the list. And I said you can read the content from the list using indexes, slicing, for loop, iterator, and one more is what? Enumerate. Okay. And where I said all sequences are what your index based collection. And I was talking about what is the index is. Each value or location in list or sequence is identified with unique number called what is that unique number is called index. So what is the index is? Index is an integer number, right? And this number is used as a subscript for reading and writing data inside the list or sequentially or what is it? Random. I said this index starts at 0 when you're reading from this index starts from 0 when you're reading from left to right. And this index starts at -1 when you're reading from right to left. But actually using index, you can able to read how many values. You can able to read only one value, but you cannot able to read more than one value. Okay. Yes. Just to see it. Okay. Just to see it. Okay. Now using this index, you can able to read. Okay. Using index, you can able to read, and using index, you can able to write. So both the things you can do it using which one here? Index, right? Okay, for example, I create one list. Just here, I just take the simple thing related with this. I'm writing a list equal to list one equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And if you want to read values from left to right, you are trying to use list one. So what is the index of first element here? 0. This index is 0. This index is 1. And this index is 2. This index is 3. This index is what here? 4. Because each element in the list is identified with what index, right? So I'm writing a list one of 0. So what is the value at 0 here? 10. If I'm writing list one of 1, so what is the value at 1? 20. If I'm writing list one of 2, what is the value at 2? 30. If I'm writing list one of 3, the value at 3 is a 40. If I'm writing list one of 4, the value at 4 is 50. If I'm writing list one of 5, this rises what? Error. What is that error here? Index error, saying that, okay, list index out of range. So when you're reading values from left to right, the index starts at what? 0. Now, if you're reading values from right to left, I'm saying list one of -1. And what is the value at -1? 50. Now, the value at -1 is 50. If I'm writing list one of -2, the value at -2 is a 40. If I'm writing list one of -3, the value at -3, what is the value at -3? Is a 30. Okay. And if I'm writing list one of -4, the value at -4 is a 20. If I'm writing list one of -5, the value at -5 is what? 50. So using index, you can able to read values sequentially as well as what? Randomly. Okay. So reading elements from list, okay, using what here? Index. Reading elements from the list using index. Okay. So using positive index, you can able to read from left to right, and using negative index, you can able to read the values from right to left. Okay. Using positive index, you are reading values from left to right. Using negative index, you can read the values from right to left. Let me see one problem. So I just take geeks for geeks. Okay, in this, I take this list of programs. Now explore the below section and try. Explore the below section and try. Okay, try. You can see the program. Python program to interchange the first and last element in a list. Tell me. So write a Python program to interchange Okay, now this is a problem definition. So Python program to interchange the first and last element in what list. I want to interchange the first element and last element in the list. I want to interchange the first and last element in the list. For example, I create a list by using range, and this is a list having how many values? Okay, 10 values are there in the list. How many values are there in the list? 10 values. Okay, I try to input some 10 values in the list, but how? Sorry. So 10 comma 110 comma 10. Okay. Now it create a list with how many values here? 10 values. I want to interchange the first element and last element. You can just write list 1 of 0, comma, list 1 of -1 equal to list 1 of -1, comma, list 1 of what? 0. List 1 of 0. And after swapping, I'm trying to display the list. Now you can see the first element and last element is what? Interchange. The first element and last element is what here? Interchange, right? So here I created a list with how many values? 10 values. And I try to interchange the first element with the last element. And last element, you are interchanging with what? First element. So in this process, which one is done first? Is it assignment is done first or reading is done? Reading is done. Is it assignment is done or reading is done first? Reading is done first. Now the list is created with how many values? Okay, 10 values. Now 10 integers. Okay, not the strings. 10 integers. 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, 90 and one more is what? 100. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now I want to interchange the first element and what? Last element. I want to interchange the first element and what here? Last element. So you are reading the last element first. And what is the last element here? 100. And then you are reading a first element here, that is 10. And this is nothing but unpacking. Now first element is assigned to which location? First location. And this value is what here? 100. And this value is what here? 10. So interchange the first element and what here? Last element. Interchange the first element and last element. So if you want, you can input these values during runtime. You can input these values during runtime. And how can you input the values during runtime? Okay, how to input the values during runtime? Now this is the output. So the output is, yeah, if possible, I'll provide recordings. Okay, if you want, you can input values during runtime. And how can you input the values during runtime? Using input. But using input, will you input one value or more than one value? One value. Using input, I don't want to give the values in the program. I want my program should be a dynamic. I don't want my program should be a static. I want my program should be what here? Dynamic. I want my program should be a dynamic, but it should not be what here? Static. I want to input values during runtime. Then how can I input values during runtime? So to input values during runtime, to input values during runtime, okay, to input values during runtime, I'm using a list comprehension. What I'm using here, list comprehension, or you can simply use input dot which one here? Split. Actually, using input, you can input how many values? Only one value. Using input, you can input one value, and one value you are trying to split into how many values? Number of values. Suppose input, using input, I enter 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. But is it this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50? Is it one value or five values? Is it this is one value or five values? Tell me, is it this is one value or five values? Is it one value or five values? One value. It's not five values, it is one value. And this is a one value of which type of string? This is not five values, this is only one value of which type of string? Okay, now this string, you are trying to split it. By using which method? Split. What this split will do is, it will split at which one? Separator. But are you given any separator here? No. Then it split at which separator? Space. And return how many strings here? Five strings. So what is the default separator used by this string? What is the default separator used by this space? What is the default separator used by the split? Space. So at space, it is split into how many values? Five values. Then after this, I want to convert these strings into what here? Integer. I want to convert these strings into what here? Integer. Then I use a function called map. Mapping is nothing but what here? Applying. Mapping is nothing but what here? Applying. So which function are you applying here? Integer function to each element of what? List. You are applying integer function to each element of what here? List. So what this map will do is, each time it will read one value from the list and convert that into which type? Integer type. Or it will send this value to which function? Integer function, and integer function returns which value? Integer value. Means it convert this string into what? Integer, and return iterator. This will return what here? Iterator. And that iterator you are converting into what here? List. That iterator you are converting into list. Iterator. It returns only iterator. And that iterator you converted into iterable. Iterator is converted into what here? Iterable. Okay, this is how you input more than one value using input. When you run this, I input 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Tell me, is it 10 values or one value? Tell me, is it this is 10 values or one value? One value. This is one value because input read how many values? One value. And this one value, you split into how many values? 10 values. And convert each value into which type? Integer. Okay. Okay, convert each value into which type? Integer. Convert each value integer, and those values again you stored into what? List. Okay, right? Now once you press enter, you can see the list contain how many values? 10 values. This is a list contain how many values? 10. Okay, now, right. Sometimes in technical, they ask you to input all the values in how many lines? They ask you to input all the values in how many lines? Only one line. How can you input more than one value in one line? So by using this, how can you input more than one value in one line? Because input will read each value in one new line or not. Input will read one value in one line. Input read one value in one line. But in one line, how can you input more than one value? You input all the values in one string and split that string into a number of values and convert each value into which type? Integer type. Okay, now this is same thing. Same thing, but it is dynamic. It is same thing, but it is what here? Dynamic. Okay, same thing, but it's a dynamic. For example, so Python program to swap two elements in the list. Python program to swap two elements in the list. So here you are trying to input two positions. That is a position 1 and position 2. So given list, yeah, this is a problem definition. Okay, this is a problem definition. So what is a problem definition here? A given a list in Python and provided the positions of elements, write a program. Given a list in Python and provided positions of the elements, write a program to swap two elements in the list. Okay, suppose list is given like this 23, 65, 99, 90, and position 1 is 1, position 2 is a 3. Here position, see, this is a first position, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. Position is 1, but index is what here? 0. See, position is 1, but index is what here? 0. Position 1 means index is 0. Position 3 means index what here? 2. See here. 0, 1, 2, 3. So which one is interchanged? The value at 0 is interchanged with what? The value at 0 is interchanged with what? The value 0. What is the value at 0? 23. And 23 is interchanged with what? 19. It means index starts at 0. But in this example, it said position 1. Position 1 means index is 0. Position 2 means index what? 2. Okay, this is position 1, 2, 3, 4. But you enter position. But swapping should be done using position or index, index. Okay, position starts at 1, but index starts at what here? 0. Position starts at 1, but index starts at what? 0. See here. What they are swapped? 23 and 19. But 23 index is 0. But is given position as what here? 1. So they enter using position, but you need to swap it using index. So input values. Next, what you have to do is input values. List 1 equal to map or list of map of integer comma input dot what is that split. Okay, then you have to enter P1 integer of input. Enter what here position 1. Enter position 1 and P2 equal to integer of input. Enter position 2. Now I have to swap this. Okay, then I'm saying list one of P1 minus 1 equal to comma list one of list one of see here list1 of P1 minus 1 comma list2 of P2 minus 1 equal to list1 of okay P2 minus 1 comma list1 of P1 minus 1. So then this is after swapping. So print format after swapping. After swapping, I displayed what here? List 1. And this is print. This is before swapping as a print list 1. So one is after swapping and one more is before swapping. So try to input the elements here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So how many elements are there in the list? 10 elements. Okay, now I want to swap the element at position 1 with position 10. Position 1 means, tell me, what is the position 1? Position 1 means index 0. Position 2 is a 10 I have given. So position 2 is nothing but index 9. So this both values has to be what here? Swapped. This both the values has to be what here? Swapped. Okay. Now this both the values are what here? Swapped. Okay. So position, but actually elements are identified with the index. I try to input 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Position is 5, and then position is what here? 7. Position 5 is nothing but, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means index is what here? 4. Okay, then 5, 6 is 7. 7 is nothing but index is what here? 6. Okay, then you have to interchange 4 and 6. You have to interchange 4 and 6. Okay, you are interchanging 4 and 6. And after that, you can see 10, 20, 30, 40, 70, 60, and one more is what? 50, 80, 90, and 100. Okay, right. Now this is a problem number 2. So, but how it is done? All these things are done by using what here? Index. All these things are done by using index. All these things are done by using what here? Index. Okay. So index, when you are working with a list, using index, you can read as well as what? Write. Using index, you can able to read as well as what? Write. So both the operations you can do it using index, right? Just to see here, using index. Now suppose missing number in array. Okay, suppose this is one simple example. Now this question is asked by so many companies. Missing number in array. Missing number in what? Array. Missing number in array. This is a problem definition. Missing number in array. We'll have problems from different platforms. But here I've taken the from Geeks for Geeks. We'll also see other platforms. Now you can see missing number in array. Given an array of size n minus 1 such that it only contains a distinct integers in the range of 1 to n. It contains the distinct integers in the range of 1 to n. Find the missing element. It contains the elements from 1 to n. Suppose n value is 5. What is n value here? 5. Now you try to input 1, 2, 3, 5. Which one is missing here? 4 is missing. You are trying to input 10 values, but this 10 values should be range from 1 to n. This 10 values should be range from 1 to n. 1 to n. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 10, 5. Which one is missing now? 9 is missing. Okay, now you don't need to read input or print anything. Complete the function missing number. So for this, you have to log in. Okay, you have to log in and then you have to submit. Okay. Yes, but I'll try to do it in the ideally. Okay. So missing number, but actually you have to input. You don't need to read input or print anything. Complete the function missing number means already taken predefined list. Assume that this is a predefined list. I just taken one predefined list. I've just taken one predefined list. This is a list, but actually you don't create a list in Python like this. This is in C language, and you create a list like this in Python. And total how many values are there in list? 10 values, but one value is missing. For okay, for in, for in, for in, for in what? Or for value in, for value in A. Now this is using index or without index? Without index. You are just iterating the values from the list. You are iterating the values from the list. What is the first value you read from the list? 6. And 6 is assigned to which variable? Value. 6 is taken from which one? Value, right? Just to see here. You read one value. Okay, you read one value. Sorry. What you are doing is you are trying to say, yeah, we'll do there. Lead code. Once we move to lead code, I'll tell you how to do the program there. Once we move to the lead code, I'll tell you how to do the programs in lead code. Okay. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm trying to generate the numbers for n in or for x in. Okay. For x in range of, okay, 1 comma n plus 1. What I'm writing here, for x in a range of 1 comma n plus 1. 1 comma n plus 1 means now this will generate how many values? What is the value of n? 10. So 1 is what here? Start. What is the value of start here? 1. What is the value of stop here? 11. What is the value of step here? 1. So this will generate, this range generate how many values? 10 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more value is what? 10. It generated 10 values, right? Okay, 10 values are there. 10 values are there. Okay. After this, what I'm saying, I'm checking if x in or if x not in, if x not in which one? A. If x not in what here? A. Yes, 1 to 10 means stop is included or excluded? Stop is included or excluded? Stop is included or excluded? Excluded. So 1 to 11 means it generate 1 to 10. If x is not in A, so which one is missing here? Which one is missing here? X is missing. X is what here? Missing. This value is missing. So this value is what here? Missing value. This is missing value. Okay, first, what will happen? It will read 1. What is the value of x? 1. 1 is not in A? No. Then read the 2. 2 is not in A? No. Okay, 3. 3 is not in A? No. 4. 4 is not in A? No. Okay, 5. 5 is not in A? Okay, right? Then which one is missing here? 9 is missing. It will check 9. 9 is not in A? Yes. So which one is a missing value here? 9 is a missing value. So I'm generating the values. I'm generating the values from 1 to 10. And I'm reading each value and I'm checking is it this values exist in A or not. If this values exist in A, you are going for next value. If this value is not existing A, you just print which value? Missing value. But this is not efficient. Yes. Because suppose if 100 values are there, if 100 values are there, you have to check how many times? 99 times. You have to check how many times? 99 times. Is it this is efficient or not efficient? Not. Is it this is efficient or not efficient? Not efficient. Then what is efficient? I read like this. This is a method 1. Okay, what is this here? This is a method 1. I've written like this. This is a method 1. This is a method 1. If I run this, what is the output? 9. You tell me what is the approach? Method 2. You tell me the approach. You tell me another approach of finding the missing number. Sort the list. By sorting, what do you do it? By sorting, what do you do it? Off it. By doing off, what do you do it? By doing off, what do you do it? If you check off, rest of the off, who will check it? By lambda. Na. What do you do with lambda? What do you do with lambda? Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. So all the elements in this are unique numbers are there. All are unique numbers. All are what here? Unique number. Create another list with a range of 1 to 10. Comparing two lists. No, no, single line syntax. I'm not talking about single line syntax. See, I'm not talking about single line syntax. Yes or no? Huh? Can you write any other method now? You are saying we can specific type of program with a lambda. I'm not talking about number of lines, comparison of it. Okay. Can I do like this? Okay, my opinion. Can I do like this? Suppose x equal to, I'm writing a sum of A. I'm writing what here? Sum of A. Sum of A. Sum of A means what? Sum of numbers. Okay, then I'm saying here sum of. Okay, sum of range. Sum of range number plus sum of range number plus 1. Sum of range number plus 1. Can I write like this? Is it possible? Can I write like this? Will I get missing value or not? Can I get missing value? Number means what here? N. N plus 1. So what is the missing number here? 9. Okay. So this is a method 2. This is a method 2. Sum of all the values from 1 to 10 minus sum of A. Okay. Minus sum of A. You have to think like this here. Not lambda, divide and conquer. Why you are saying divide and conquer? What you divide with, what you divide and what you conquer here? Pankaj, what is divide and conquer here? How you apply divide and conquer here? Huh? How you apply divide and conquer here? You cannot apply, right? Huh? Yes or no? Searching, you search left side and right side. Then to apply this divide and conquer, it should be sorted first. It should be sorted first. In which order? Ascending order or descending order. Okay, na? Suppose I said here sum of range of n plus 1. Total how many values are there in the list? 10 values. Okay, suppose what is the n? 10 means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus okay, plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus what is that? 10. Okay, now this is a 1 to 10 sum minus what you are doing, sum of these elements. Now that is 6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus okay, 10 plus what is that? 5. Okay, but total how many values should be there? 1 to n. Minus the list is having only 1 to n minus 1. Means one value is missing. And what is the difference? The difference is a value which is missing or not? Yes, the difference is nothing but a value which is missing. The difference is nothing but a value which is missing. Okay, right. So this is a second approach, only one statement. You don't require number of iterations. Okay, this is how you are finding which number. Yeah, you can apply divide and conquer. I'm not saying you cannot apply divide and conquer, but to apply that divide and conquer, what you need to do first, sort it. Sort the elements of the list in ascending order or descending order. Okay, then you have to search, but further you have to compare it, right? Compare and then search. But that becomes very complex. Anyway, this is missing number in what array? Missing number in array. You understood this both? Understood method one, method two? All of you? What do you say here? Yes or no? Huh? Method one, method two, both are clear. Okay? Yes. Here one number is missing. Yes. One number is missing. I'm talking about missing number. If two numbers missing, you have to write method one only. Monos. Two numbers are missing, you have to write method one only. Okay. Some internally does the iteration. Yeah, some internally does iteration. Yes. Internally read the values and do the sum. Yes. Yeah. So internally do the iteration. Okay. Does method two applicable in Java? Yes. In Java also you can do it. Okay. Now you can also do it like this. Now one more is what you can do is you convert. What you do is you convert this A into one set. Set 1 equal to set of A. Set 2 equal to set of a range of 1 comma 11 or 1 comma n plus 1. So I created how many sets here? Two sets. Then how can you find the difference between set? Can you find the difference between the set or not? Yes. Okay, then set 3 equal to set 2 minus set 2 minus, that is intersection. Set 2 minus set 1. So here set 3. Now if it is multiple values missing, then you can go for intersection. Multiple values means you can go for what here? Intersection. See, multiple values you can go for intersection. Multiple values missing. Somebody is asked, right? Multiple values missing, then you can go for intersection. This is a method 3, but this is using sets. So what is the value missing? 9. So this is intersection. So set it to intersection what here? Set 1. So this also you can use it. Okay, now? Yes, very good. Understood? All of you? Understood or not? See, if it is multiple elements, you can go for sets. If it is multiple elements, you can go for what? Sets. That is what method 2 is nothing but you are adding all the values. For example, suppose assume that list is having 1, 2. List is having 1, 3, 1, 3. Means actually the list contain how many values? 3 values. List is having how many values? 3 values. Okay, that is from 1, 2, 3. List is having how many values? 3 values. That is 1, 2, 3. Okay, Aparna. List is having 3 values. That is 1, 2, 3. Okay, but one value is missing, right? Which value is missing? 2 is missing. Which value is missing? 2 is missing. Okay. See, method 3, we cannot do it by using list. You cannot say list 1 minus list 2. So minus is for what here? Intersection. Here minus means what here? Intersection. Okay. So actually list should contain what? 1, 2, 3. Actually list should contain Aparna, right? List should contain 1, 2, 3, but having only 1, 3. Which one is missing? 2 is missing, right? So what is the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3? 6. What is the sum of 1 plus 3? 4. 6 minus 4 is what here? 2. Which one is missing here? 2 is missing. Okay, na? Which one is missing here? 2 is missing. What is the missing number here? What is the missing number here? 2 is a missing number. Okay, all right. Is it clear this problem? What do you say here? Clear or not? This problem missing number? One number, more than one number. If it is more than one number, go for method 3. If it is more than one number, method 3. Here minus is not a difference. Here it is intersection. Sarthak. This is intersection. Intersection. This is intersection. S2 intersection S1. Because we converted list into set. We converted list into what? Set. On set, you can do operations, mathematical set operations, you can do it. On set, you can do mathematical set operations like union, intersection, difference. Sorry, this is difference, intersection. What you people are here? This is what here difference. Okay. So on set, you can do different operations. Now, what is the operations you are doing here? Uh, Union, intersection, difference like that. But here you are finding what difference? Difference between set 2 and set 1. Set 2 and set 1. What is the difference between set 2 and set 1? The elements which are exist in set 1 but not exist in what? Set 2. Right? Yes, no problem. This is difference. Okay, minus means what here? Difference. So that is what we mean by missing number. Missing number. Okay, now. Missing number is 1. I take a simple one. Okay, find the duplicates in array. Find the duplicates in array. Okay, find the duplicates in array. Okay. So see here, finding duplicates in array. Now this is one more problem. Find the duplicates in array. No, no. But actually, Priya, what they said is in the problem definition, the element should be from 1 to n. Okay, element should be from 1 to n. 1 to n means all the values in list must be unique. That is one more condition is there. Okay. So there's no point of having duplicates. If any duplicates are there, it will remove it. Okay. Because set doesn't allow duplicates. So find the duplicates in array. Now given an array A of size, Mr. Farooq, पहले पढ़ो यार पूरा प्रॉब्लम पढ़ो पहले हाँ पहले प्रॉब्लम पढ़ो यार बाद में बोलो आंसर मेरे को क्या बोल रहा हूँ ना फाइंड डुप्लीकेट्स इन अरे हाँ डुप्लीकेट्स फाइंड आउट करना निकालना नहीं फारूक निकालना फाइंड आउट करना दो एक ही है क्या ओके गिवन एन अरे ऑफ अरे ये दो एक ही नहीं होता ना यार यस मेरे को पूरा आता यार हिंदी आता तेलुगु आता जावा आता पाइथन आता सी प्लस प्लस आता पूरा लैंग्वेज में बात करते हो ओके ओडिया नहीं आता यार आप सिखाओ फिर हाँ यस Ah, so given an array of a size of n which contains Python आता पाइथन में भी बात कर सकता हूँ मैं जावा में भी बात कर सकता हूँ मैं हाँ और सी में भी बात कर सकता हूँ मैं ओरेकल में भी बात कर सकता हूँ मैं एसक्यूएल में पीएल एसक्यूएल में हाँ बात करना है क्या हाँ सो फ्रॉम 0 to n-1 ओके so you need to find out all the elements occurring more than once in the given array. You have to find out all the elements which occurs more than once in the given array. Return the answer in ascending order. If no such element is found, return list containing -1. Return the list contain what here? -1. Uh, bolo here. Find the duplicates in array. Now this is here you don't have duplicates. Then what is the output should be -1. Here no duplicates are there. Then the result should be what here? -1. Okay. Uh, you teach me here, I'll learn. Uh, I have a lot of students when I was teaching Java, right? I have a lot of students from Orissa. A lot of students from Orissa. Okay, they used to talk in Odia. वो लोग बोल रहे थे सर हम लोग सिखाएंगे मगर नहीं सिखाए राइट okay very good so given an array a size now see here n is what is the value is given here 4 but 4 is it 4 is duplicated here no but here n is oh you input how many values see how many values are input here 4 values but is it any values duplicated here no so what is the value written -1 the input n is part here 5 you input how many values 5 values but how many values are duplicated here 2 values one is 2 and one more is what 3 one is a 2 and one more is a 3 now first you have to input values now see how to solve this problem you understood this problem definition all of you understood this problem definition okay let me tell you how to do this problem okay now first okay first what you do is input value of n is nothing but number of elements enter enter how many what values you want to input how many values and you try to input these values into one list okay list of map of integer input dot what here split okay I input all these values into the list so here I printed list okay I printed list so printed list here how many values 5 values okay I try to input values like this okay what are the values 2 3 2 3 1 2 3 2 3 1 2 3 now you can see 2 3 1 2 3 okay what we have to do we have to find out missing repeated values the value which occurs more than one time the value occurs more than once in the array okay tell me here what we have to do so first you have to take unique values first take some unique values from the list how you take the unique values from the list you have a different methods okay yeah convert them into a set or I try to use another method like method 1 without converting into the set how can you do it without using set okay then I create another list what is that list list 2 And I read each time one value from list one. Each time I read one value from list one and I'm saying if value not in which one? A value not in. I read each time one value from list one and if value not in list one, a value not in list two, sorry, a value not in list two, you are adding list two dot append what value. This logic I am writing to get which elements, unique elements. This is for getting which elements? Unique elements. Unique elements. Okay. So this takes unique elements. Now I enter 5. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So sorry, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For value in list 1, input dot split print, sorry, print. Sorry, print. Okay, now I try to input values, that is 5 values. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now what is the unique elements here? 2, 3, 1. How many unique elements are there? Yes. Now you have to count each element is there how many times? Each element is there how many times? How many times each element is there? Okay, you have to count how many times each element is there. Then use a count. Okay, for value in list 2, for value in list 2, okay, then you are saying some k equal to list. Okay, list 1 dot count. What you are counting? Value. Print. If k is greater than, if k is greater than what? 1. Print that value. Print that value. Print that value. Okay. I just run this. How many values here? 5 values. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now 2, 3 are repeated values or not? Yes. 2, 3 is repeated how many times? 2 times. 2, 3 is repeated how many times here? 2 times. Okay. So you are counting how many times that value is there. I input 5 values 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now which are repeated values here? 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Okay. Then if you enter, okay. Second thing. Second is there, no? Second test. First test is okay. Now 4. What is the value? 0, 3, 0, 3, 1, 2. Now here I have to print what? Minus 1. What I have to print? Minus 1. Minus 1, right? Because is it any elements are repeated here? No. Then here I need to take one variable called found. So repeated element are found. Found or not found. So found equal to false. Here I'm making found equal to what here? True. If repeated elements are found, then what is the value of found? True. Otherwise, found remains what here? False only. If if a found if a found if a found equal to which one? False. Then I'm saying here print. What should I print? Minus 1. If there is no duplicate elements are found. If there is no duplicate elements are found. Suppose 4, 0, 3, 1, 2. Now you can see what is the output here? Minus 1. Because is it any duplicate element is there? No. Okay, na? This is a method 1. See here, how I've written the logic. Understood this logic? What I've done first, I input the values into the list. And I read unique values. You are reading each value from the list 1. You are checking is it that value is not there in the list 2. If that value is not there in the list 2, you are adding that value to the list 2. Means you are adding unique values into the list 2 and you are reading this unique values from the list 2. You are counting how many times that value is there in the list 1. If the count is greater than 1, you are printing that value by making the value of found equal to what? True. repeated value is there, then found value will be true. Otherwise, found value is what? False. Found value is a false. No, yes. If the value of found is -1, it means there is no repeated elements in the list. Okay, Sarosh, right? There is no repeated elements in the list if the value of found is a false. Okay, na? Right. This is a method 1. You can reduce the code here. You can reduce the code here. You can reduce the code. Okay, now you can also reduce the code. How can you reduce the code? Yes. K means count here. K is nothing but count. K is nothing but count. This value is there how many times in the list? If the count, suppose if the value is 2 times, it means it is repeated or not. If the count is a 2, is it repeated or not repeated? Repeated. If the count is 1, is it repeated? Shahid? Shahid, if the count is a 2, it is repeated. If the count is 1, it is not repeated. Yes or no? If the count is greater than 1, means that value is repeated or not repeated? Repeated. Then you print that value. You print that value. Okay, na? Right. Now you can reduce. You can reduce the number of lines of code. Okay, you can reduce the number of lines of code also. How can you reduce the number of lines of code? Okay. See, all these are, we are doing all this by using index or by using for loop. All these are the problems related with the list because there will be a lot of problems they ask you related with the list. Okay. Yes. Anyway, all of you, please. Now, today I just conclude here only. Okay. Today I just conclude here and I want more solutions for finding duplicates in what? Array. I want more solutions on finding duplicates in array. Just find the solutions for that. You can reduce the code. I write big code. This can be avoided. You can remove this by just converting list into what? Set. By just converting list into a set, this code can be avoided. Okay. Right. Anyway, today I'll just stop here and we'll continue in the next class. And these notes I'll upload in the Telegram. These notes I'll upload in my Telegram. Okay. Telegram, you know it already. This is my Telegram ID. Okay, just join this Telegram ID, right? This is my Telegram, just join it. And this notes I'll upload there. Okay. Can you use dictionaries? But here he said array, right? He said array. Ashish, he said array, right? Array means you have to use list only. Okay, na? You have to use list only. Okay, thank you, right? Is there any video for previous classes? I'll upload. Videos will be uploaded. Yes, these are DSA problems. Abhijit, all these are DSA related problems. Are you also teaching DSA? Yes. But now not having any batch, they may start data structures and algorithms, right? So because if the count is greater than 2 or greater than 1, then there is duplicates are there or not. If the count is greater than 1, duplicates are there. Okay, DS in Python. Yes. I said them. Actually, I want to conduct the workshop on data structures using Python only. Okay. Actually, I want to take workshop on data structures using Python. But they said if the students are interested, then next I'll conduct data structures using Python only. Okay. Next workshop will be on data structures using Python. Okay. If you people are interested. Okay. Right. So anyway, today we'll stop here and tomorrow there's no class. Yeah, you people are interested. I know it. Okay, I'll tell them. Management, I'll tell them like they are interested in learning data structures. Okay. Yeah, today I'll just conclude here. And tomorrow there's no class. I think you know it. Tomorrow there's no class and next class will be on Wednesday. Okay, na? Next class is on Wednesday. Tomorrow there's no class. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll start. I'll teach you data structures using Python freely. Don't worry. I'll conduct one workshop. Okay. I'll teach you complete data structures concepts. Okay. Na? Don't worry. Sorting, searching, everything we'll see. Okay. Yes. So, yeah. Thank you. Your NumPy batch, no idea here. They should start. Management should start. Okay, thank you. We'll see on Monday. Sorry. On Wednesday, we'll see. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Right. Bye. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Ugadi. Thank you.